episode Deuce, episode 22. Like I always say, man, I appreciate everybody that rock with us, watch the show, all the sneaker lovers, young and old, that support us. Hey, man, we really appreciate it. We're still doing our thing. We're still rocking. Like I said, it's our 22nd episode. And once again, I've copped some new kicks. I got a special guest for you later on. I got to get my hair did, all that type of stuff. But we rocking. We having a good time. Let's get it started. Camp James. SB shops in Atlanta, Ruin Skate Shop. As you know, I did an episode, a special episode, I think my 15th episode I did there, and I just want to give a lot of love to the owner and all the guys who work there. Great people. This first shoe I'm going to talk about, he held it down for me. I really appreciate it, man, because it's a really dope shoe. California High SBs. And because such great customer service, he gave me some dope socks to go with it, so I really appreciate it. Shout out to my boy Ian at Ruin Skate Shop, definitely. I never had the Lows. The Lows came out in 04, so it's about 10 years ago, but I will tell you that I'm a bigger Dunk High fan than I am the Lows. And seeing this, I would rather have the Heineken Lows because I'd rather that colorway on that particular shoe. I'm not a big fan of the color brown, but the highs, I like this little star. Simple things added to the shoe to make me really like it. I just really like this white bottom right here against this green and red always take me back to all the Christmas shoes that come out every year. And I really enjoy that colorway, that color scheme put together. Definitely. And like, even though I'm not a big fan of the color brown, I really like the way it hits well with the green and red. Definitely. Like I said, shout out to my boy Ian at Ruin Skate Shop. California Dunk Highs. Copper flight posits. I remember, 100 years ago, my older brother having a black pair of these shoes, all black flight posits. We were in New York, Queens, and I was like, man, how much those shoes cost? I just came from Atlanta to visit my family. And I want to say, he told me like $285, $300. I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way that these pair of Nikes cost almost $300. That's just crazy to me. Definitely. But the flight posit, foam posit, honestly has always been a shoe that's higher priced. And that's because it's the quality that's made out of. It's really indestructible. I haven't hooped in this shoe yet, but I've just wore it casually. And I would say it's a comfortable shoe. I really enjoy it. I want to give a big shout out to my boys at Epitome. What's up, Eric? You already, what's up, Kyle? You already know, good guys. Great, one of the best sneaker boutiques, in my personal opinion, here in Atlanta, Georgia, definitely. Flight posit, just in general, I will say that the copper foam posit was the first foam posit that I remember even like starting my foam posit world off, just in general. So I really don't think they're gonna make a foam posit. Period. Foam, flight posit, sky posit, Barkley posit, all the different posits that to me that's gonna really top this for the rest of the year. So I would say I started with the copper foams and I'm ending right here with the flight posits, man. I really appreciate Nike for this shoe, definitely, man. Definitely. Nike flight posits. This clear bottom with that little copper Nike check in there in the sole. Hey man, I'm a fan. This is a good shoe. This is a good shoe. I'm no hater, baby. You already know. Definitely. Nike flight posits. Shoes that take me back to my younger days, high school. This is one of the first shoes that I ever bought. The Nike Air Raid. The colorway I bought, I would say, was the navy blue, white, and yellow, like the San Diego Chargers color. I really wanted them to bring that back because I remember giving those shoes away. Definitely. I think it was like 10th grade or some 10th, 11th grade, maybe 11th grade. Definitely. The Air Raid is definitely one of my favorite Nike sportwear shoes, period. As you know, like the whole cross strap technology or whatever for outdoor use only in the back. The grip on these are crazy. Like you can go hoop with this every day in the park. Like this is the outdoor double rim Nike hooping shoe, period. Forget what anybody else talking about. Definitely, man. The whole cross-strap technology is really dope. You know, they used it on the Jordan 8s, definitely. This is a really good shoe. I definitely. It's OG colorways that I don't really care too much for the new colorways. Like I remember we talked about that African print one that came out not too recently that wasn't all the way black. It was like gray mixed with a little bit of black. Nah, this is a real OG color in it, and I really, really, really appreciate it. I think I grabbed this at the local Champs actually here in Atlanta. Definitely a good shoe. I finally got him, my boy 23 Penny. Shout out to you, man. Shout out also to SneakerCon here in Atlanta that just passed not too long ago. My boy 23 Penny came through with my first pair of Nike Air 97s. As you know, I had the Air Force Ones. Actually, I'm gonna go get those Air Force Ones for you. 2 seconds. Definitely, these are definitely a pack, and I was only able to get these off of Nike.com. Couldn't find these anywhere, and I was actually just getting ready to go to Taxville, USA, which is Flight Club, New York, which I love them, but good God Almighty, man, they got all the money, definitely when it comes to the sneaker world. But hey, shout out to my boy 23 Penny. He definitely came through again. These are. I don't know if a lot of people are into the 97s. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but certain colorways definitely stand well with me. It's a rainbow color one I really like. It's an all red one I respect. The OG silver with the red check one, very respectable shoe, definitely. But I wanted this shoe to be my first one, and it's a good shoe. The inside is leather, really good quality shoe. There's no BS, definitely no BS. Definitely like how they got the digitized camo sports tech colorway on there, really dope. Really, really dope. Clean shoe, man, definitely. All white, good looking shoe. Sweatpants, Nike sweatpants. This is what it's all about right here. Shout out to Nike for both of these bad boys. Definitely. Definitely. Those right there. I'm just gonna move into Adidas now because there was a couple pairs of Adidas that I caught recently that I really like. I want to give a big shout out to one of my favorite rappers, my boy Big Sean. He got his new Adidas. That's out. Came in this pretty cool box. Black inside. I forgot. I gotta show you the bag. Found the bag. Definitely. Like I said, I respect the packaging. I respect this packaging. I'm happy that he's able to just come out with another shoe just in general. I feel like these don't top the first ones, those red promo, those red shell toes. Nah. Those Adidas, those the ones, those are it, period. Everything else is kind of matter of fact, I gotta just go show them to you so you know what's up, so you'll be caught up on life. Like I was saying, this is definitely, I really respect that he's able to come out another shoe. The inside, for me personally, the small thing is what I like the most. It's like a saying in here. Jesus, this is gonna hurt my soul to pull this out of here. But the saying says, dreams stop being dreams when I turn them into goals. This is a good saying, like I say with Melanie and Shawnee's shoes and just little messages in the shoes. It's pretty cool, because this is his artwork. But one of the things for me personally, I wish this was actually like a real material. These prints, I thought it was gonna be a little brighter for me personally. That's how I say it. I thought this would be like a net over a really bright floral print, because I'm thinking about these the first ones, and these are crazy. This suede right here is indestructible. The gold accents, kind of they kept true to that, the gold accents, gold medals, and there, but the way, the pyramid, lace locks, boom, this one says, I say I'm still dreaming bigger than I'm living. This is the back with the materials on it. Think about when this shoe came out. Let me see, that was a minute ago. 2012. Now, if you look at it, all the custom people, they're making shoes like this now. This was actually a release. This to me is kind of one of the best Adidas ever released, in my personal opinion. And then, he came back with the black ones, but if you know anything about sneakers, then you know that These right here, these is cute. This right here is crazy. So seeing this, I appreciate him going to another model because I really do like the high. Definitely a big fan of the high. And I'm a fan of the bag. I do like the bag. Or whatever, the black inside on the box. I appreciate that too. Definitely. But I just felt like they could have went in a little bit harder with the materials. My personal opinion. Either way, shout out to Epitome ATL. Bought these from them. Great people. Took them to Japan. Hey, look great on foot. Good shoe. Shout out to Big Sean. Keep killing it. Boy, keep killing it. Last but not least, I'm going to end it off with my favorite brand. Something new and something old. I know what you're thinking like, man, this came out a minute ago. I'm going to tell you, between me and you, this is one of the best Jordans to come out this year. From the standpoint of, you're not going to appreciate it now. And this is just my 2 cents. This is my show. This is my opinion. So, I don't care what you think. But this shoe, 5 years, 6, 7 years from now, when you look back on it, when somebody busts this shoe out of crispy print, I'm like, dang, these 14s look good. This is one shoe I will honestly say on foot, this is a good shoe. I know it's a few people who don't like them, and I understand. You still might not like them. You might not like them now. You might not like them 7 years from now. But I will personally say, from a sneakerhead's perspective, that this particular shoe right here is definitely one of the best Jordans to almost ever be released because it's new. It's a whole new take. It's a red 14 suede, like the yellow accents, crazy. The Ferraris, like crazy. This is a good shoe. I'm definitely a fan of it. Shout out to Jordan Brand for making these. Definitely. I definitely need another pair. Anybody got a size 11, hit me up in the comments below. You already know I'm ready to buy another pair. Definitely. That guy, definitely met him out in Atlanta not too long ago at our local DTLR. He came out to support one of my events I had going on. Like I said, make sure you follow my guy, Nightclub Kicks. Really cool guy, humble individual, has a really good business going. Make sure you support him definitely the same way he supports me. He came through with a gift, and these are crazy. I never even imagined even having these at all. What is this? What, these are crazy. These are super crazy. Like the Roy Jones, trainers. Shoe is definitely 2.3 pounds. First of all, for a lot of collectors who've been collecting Jordans for a long time, hopefully I will bust this one out. Hopefully this made you feel good about watching the show, this episode. Gave it to me, the OG boxer came in, had it in a good plastic wrap. I really appreciate it, man. Air Jordan trainer. And this is a 10.5 and it still fit good. Definitely. Had to wear it one time, you gotta rock your kicks, man. Crazy bottom. Kinda remind me of those, those Jordan, those Jumpman 1.5s. That's kinda like the half and half. It's crazy. Definitely. Boom, boom. Like I said, shout out to my boy, Nightclub Kicks. Make sure y'all go check him out, support his movement. Thank you for the shoes, boss man. These are crazy, man. Happy birthday to me. Definitely. Now, I told you, there's a few things I had to do. I had to go do something with my hair. I gotta go put on some better clothes. And I gotta go holler at our guest for today's show that you won't see till later. I hope you guys appreciate it. Stay tuned in to Camp James.
Hey man, it's my boy birthday. We out here hooping. My boy Travis Porter that came out to fuck with us. The real Atika Jerry's out here. 31 grams out here. Got my lows out here. You know what I'm saying? We good to go.
So like I told y'all, man, special guest, I'm not going to introduce him. I'm going to introduce himself. My main man. What's up,
Yeah,
brother?
man. I go by the name of Ludacris or Chris Bridges in some of these movies, or Velvet Jones, you know, whatever the hell you want to call me. Bronze Bridges. It is what it is, and I am a sneaker lover. Believe that.
What's going on with you?
What up, boy?
Chilling, man. So,
Yeah.
everything good with you?
Everything's great, man.
Man, we appreciate you being on the show.
I appreciate you being a part of Luda Day Weekend 9 years. On the basketball court, slamming these motherfuckers. Doing what you gotta do. I don't think they knew that Trinidad had them type of skills on the court. I love that.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you making me feel bad. I got a damn court at home. I don't even play, so I'm coming back. 10-year anniversary, I'm coming back.
You gotta get out there.
Yeah.
So, man, definitely as far as sneakers go, this show is just dedicated to just showing off the culture of sneakers from every different aspect.
Right.
You know, I interview regular sneaker collectors, people who still camp out, basketball players, and just to give people an understanding of what the sneaker game is about and what it means. You know, people got so many different setups and mindsets and perceptions of people when it comes to sneakers.
Yeah, man. I mean, to me, it's all about, you know, it is about individuality to a degree. But then you have certain people who, of course, want the collectors, who want to collect the ones that everybody can't necessarily get their hands on. So it's about exclusivity. And then once you get sneakers that everyone else has, it's about keeping them mugs clean. So once you get the sneakers, everybody can have them, but not everybody can keep them things crispy. Not everybody can keep them clean. So it's really about those individuals that buy a pair and then buy another pair, put the other pair up, and it's almost like your grandma's couch with the plastic on it. You ain't supposed to sit on that thing. You ain't supposed to wear them. So, you know, I brought some of my shoes out the crib, and some of them are just like the grandma's couch with the plastic. I couldn't even bring some out because I don't even touch them. So I brought variations of some just to, but I'm gonna talk about it and let you know what I got.
Not at all. What you got? So before we even get in to this Black Toe One right here.
Yeah.
Now I told you earlier, man. Way back, you know, when I was in elementary school, or when you was DJing doing your thing, Chris Lover style.
That's another alias.
You know what I'm saying? The 1001 alias that he has.
Right.
What kicks were you rocking back then? This is, man, 100 years ago. So.
Man, listen, I've always been into Jordans. Like, that's my #1 sneaker. I love how comfortable they are, and I was always down with the Michael Jordan, just everything he stood for. Not just how great of a basketball player he was, but how he stood up to adversity. If you know his story and know he got kicked off the basketball team when he was young, went back in the gym, practiced, and became arguably the best basketball player of all time. So, you know, it's really deep for me why I love Jordan so much. So most of my collection, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know. I love Reeboks, I love Adidas, I love all types of sneakers, but when it comes to Jordans, that's my #1. And this isn't the very first Jordan, but this is the representation of that 1984 when them sneakers first came out. This is basically the design of it without the black toe. You know, they had the red right there. But when you talk about history, you talk about collecting, this is a representation of that first Jordan. And we know there have been numerous Jordans to come out since then, but this was the foundation. This laid the foundation.
Nah, very, very true, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because I know it's like definitely, it's like a 84, 85, he came on the scene Rookie of the Year.
Exactly.
You know, he came with his own shoes. It's kind of like a game changer. Like, this is the shoe to start it off as, like, this is like the beginning, this is like a story.
Absolutely.
In all actuality. So now it's definitely a blessing. Jordan is my #1 brand too, so I understand where you're coming from.
Exactly.
So from like, I've always been a fan of the music from the standpoint of like, I was checking out not recently from Throw Them Bows when you was rocking the Adidas Pro models, black and white,
right?
Or whatever, to Party Girls, or whatever, Jeremiah and Wiz when you got the 3 Lab 3s.
Yeah.
You know, I see like you rock a lot of different shoes or whatever. In general, when you're doing videos, is it a particular sneaker that you always want to go to, or you kind of going to rock with what makes more sense?
I pretty much rock with what makes sense at the time, and I think that, you know, I'm sure you can relate. When you wake up in the morning, you look in your closet, sometimes you know exactly what you want and how you feel, but other times you gotta look in there and then pick what you want. You'll know when you see it. So I think with videos, it all, you know, it depends on the whole subject of the video, the visual, how you have everything laid out, and you want everything to make sense. And since we talk about them 3 Lab 3s, that is another sneaker I brought today, because these things, you know, they glow in the damn dark. So when you talk about the first Jordan coming all the way to this Jordan, the 3 Lab 3s, this is literally like a time machine. If you talk about Back to the Future, you start here, come all the way here, and people still go back to those. So I mean, it's just it's one of those things that's history, man. If this man has gone down and is smoking cigars and playing golf every day, he gonna be making money off these boys for the rest of his life, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Nah, that's definitely what it is. That's definitely what it is.
Yeah.
The 3M on that is crazy. They light up crazy, like real crazy.
Snap a picture with them boys, that's all you gonna see.
Nah, that's a win. That's a win. Nah, that's definitely a win.
You know
when it comes to, as far as on the movie scene too, because you're covering both aspects of life, there's a really, as far as when it comes to the sneaker game, do they tell you what you had to wear the sneakers, or you can choose what you want as far as sneakers go?
Yeah, when it comes to the movies, you know, you're playing a character. And most of the time, you have to get the clothes and the shoes that fit that particular character.
Okay.
So I would want to do anything but wear sneakers that Chris Bridges or Ludacris would wear, because I'm trying to get out of the element of being Ludacris when I'm in a movie.
Right,
I'm trying to play that character. So, you know, they don't really get too designer when it comes to movies unless you are one of them characters.
Nah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, but you done played some cool characters though.
Yeah,
Skinny
Skinny Black. Skinny Black could definitely wear something like that.
Skinny was going, man. Skinny was that guy, man. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I definitely get that. As far as for you personally, what is one of your moments as far as, like I said, like, you know, the last 10 years where you recognize the sneaker game changing?
I think after, I'm gonna tell you straight up, man, when this social media became so crazy, when everybody started getting, you know, the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the Twitters, and you started realizing how many other people were just as heavy sneakerheads as we were. And it's not like we didn't know it before, but it's a whole different situation when you're able to see it, when you're able to Google and you see all these different, you know, blogs dedicated to just shoes, or you Instagram a shoe and you see all the comments and the new, like, crazy amount of people that are commenting on what those are. Sometimes we might put a sneaker up, and as vast as our knowledge is in sneakers, we may get something wrong. They'll sit there and tell us exactly what shoe it is. That's when I realized that this is a culture, man. This is a serious culture.
It's so crazy when a human and a sneaker can get the same amount of likes. A sneaker can get more likes than, like, I got a soul. I'm real. What you talking about?
Yeah, this has a soul too. Come on, man. Two souls.
Nah, I definitely get it, man. Nah, that's what I see. You got some more shoes down here.
Yeah, man. Like these 13s. These are definitely, you know, one of my favorites when it comes to the J's. And I'll be real with you, man. Denzel Washington, he got game when he had that damn ankle bracelet. You know what I mean? When he had he had on the 13s. It wasn't that color, but man, it's something about just keeping them boys clean, and they just. I feel like they're ahead of their time. Those are like the future to me. Even though they're the 13s, to me they could be the 33s. That's how I feel.
No, definitely. I mean, I honestly feel that when they were designing these Jordans, like, the reason why it works so well is from the standpoint of when you have a great idea and you put it with a great person, you kind of just like, that's like the stars all around it.
It's got to be all the way right, or it's going to be all the way wrong.
Definitely.
They got it all the way right.
I mean, you know, Nike don't play. They ain't gonna play no games. They ain't gonna play no games at all.
I'm curious to know how many different prototypes they go through before they come to the finished product, because it's their masterpiece.
Man, ain't no telling Nike, you need to open up the vault some more, man. Let us know what's going on today, just in general.
You got to do that.
Nah, definitely, man.
So look, I'm gonna tell you, to end the Jordan revolution here, these are important to me because not only did Jordan have a whole bunch of different kind of shoes, but then you have my man Spike Lee, who, you know, shot the videos, and this is one of the best directors of our generation and of our time. Right. And he was able to collab with Jordan and able to collab with Nike and come up with his own exclusive. And these are definitely hard to find, you know what I mean? Especially these boys right here. You can get them, but I'm telling you, that price tag is real ignorant. So I just want to pay homage to the man Spike Lee for being able to come out with, you know, 40 acres and to come out with the spikes, or the Spizikes as we call them. These are two different variations of the spikes, man. And I think we feel like those are a mix between the damn 3s, the 4s, 5s, and like they look at everything. So it's a beautiful day.
Nah, I definitely respect that, because from the standpoint of you doing music and movies like Spike Lee, definitely is a great representation of, I mean, even just the Jordan culture. Like, him and MJ was rocking like hand in hand.
Real friends, and they still real friends. And to me, again, it's bigger than a sneaker to me. It's what it represents. And I feel like two black legends coming together, being actual friends and working together to collab and make something better, you know, just make something for our culture. I love stuff like that. I love success, and that's what these sneakers represent to me, man. And speaking of success, I'm gonna just take you back in time for a second, man. First of all, these boys right here, these are Bo Jacksons.
Right.
So, you know, real sneakerheads know about these. The Bo Diddleys, the man who played football and he played baseball. I mean, these represent being multifaceted to me when I talk about the deeper aspect of it. You know, and in rap nowadays, I think Cool Breeze said it best. Nowadays, it's not considered to be smart just being a rapper. You know, we are entrepreneurs, man. You know, we get into doing our own shows and our own content about sneakers. We into fashion. We have our own businesses. So this bow right here just represents more than one thing to me. That's why I love him so much. Definitely.
I mean, I just, from a standpoint of just, from a southern standpoint, just Bo Jackson is something that we just grew up on. Like,
absolutely.
Like all the colors in the bows. Like, we've been rocking them just period in Atlanta forever. You know, definitely.
And speaking of the athletes, I'm just gonna get real ignorant on you. Know, I wouldn't be Ludacris if my name wasn't Ludacris. So I'm gonna pay homage to my boy, the pterodactyl himself, the damn Tyrannosaurus Rex. Nobody's foot should be this damn big, man. He signed it for me. So the homeboy Shaq. When we talk about shoes and culture, I had to bring something that I knew nobody else was gonna bring to this damn show. This thing right here, I don't even know what size it is. Like, I don't even. This is ignorance.
There's no size. It's just all the material they can find. Let's just slap it together.
Pure ignorance. Look at that, man. That's
basically, you know, man. Shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So, I mean, you know, that's my friend. I know him personally, and that's history right there. I don't really have to say too much about that. History. Who the hell you know with that side shit?
From outside, it's like we were talking about, just being multi-faceted, just doing different things, acting, music. Like,
This is the crazy thing though. Shaq, like, you know, since he's a friend, he always told me when he was in the NBA, and I'm talking about years and years into it, that he never spent one of his NBA checks. Not till this day. So he only spends money off of his endorsements. So he's extremely smart. So this is a guy that knows how to save. So I know we're talking about shoes, but we're talking about money for a second. He strategically did that to know that he was putting all his NBA checks away because he getting money from so many other things. So when we talk about Bo, and we talk about Spike, we talk about Jordan, everybody with a shoe on this table has more than one job. So if you're watching this right now, man, get on your grind, man. Don't put all your damn apples in one basket.
Definitely. Man, that's a big shoe.
Yeah, it's a big ass. So I'll bring it down the side for a second. I know we got a bunch of shoes on here, but since we talking about Reeboks, I'm gonna just go monumental on them right now. If people remember the damn pump. Now this isn't the original pump, but just this is the Reebok pump that put the air right there in your damn ankle, so while you're playing, it would tighten up on you. And actually, you know, I thought it was just something that people were saying before, and it was kind of a hit by night, but it actually works. If you wear these while you're playing ball, it will tighten up on your ankle and make you play a little better. I just think they went in and out of style a lot, but this is one of those things that is a moment in time. So I don't know what you got to say about the Reebok pump.
Man, for me personally, I'm a fan of definitely all aspects of shoes. When it comes to Reebok, the Shaq Attack is not bad at all, but just the pump technology behind it is kind of was that extra take on the game, and kind of like, oh, this is interesting.
Right.
You know, from the standpoint of, like, you know, people need that extra initiative to make them want to, like, oh, I'm rocking with it. You know, D Brown killed it first. He came, pumped them, didn't know, looked up, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, like,
I love it.
I like how companies they find when athlete or artist does something great in life and they're taking to capitalize on it. It's all marketing. You got to pay attention. We got to pay attention to it, and you learn to respect it. And you kind of just come to a point where it's like, man, there's so many ways out here to be successful.
Absolutely. And see, just because you said that they take something and they use it to, you know, kind of change the game, this is definitely random as hell. But this right here I brought because, yes, this represents the Adidas brand, right? However, this is one of those things where you take the shoe and you think about what's going on, and it's not just a sneaker. Of course, it's not a sneaker. These are Adidas' attempt in trying to get into the fashion industry. So you know, whether they're successful at it or not, I brought this because I feel like we're talking about the future. And I love these shoes just because if you wear them, a lot of people come up to you and be like, what the hell are those?
Correct.
So a lot of times, you know, we trendsetters and we do certain things, and I just know that this shoe represents a company that's known for doing one thing and trying to transition into another.
Right.
Which again, for all the people watching right now, man, is the ones that take the biggest risks are the people that's going to be the most successful in life. And I'm not mad at Adidas for taking this risk. I would wear them. You know, I don't know how many other people would, but I just love the fact that they're being bold and trying to branch into, you know, on some fashion tip.
No, definitely. So you brought a few kicks, we talked about them.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and closing a few. But for you personally, would you, if you had to do a sneaker deal, which brand would you like to do it with first, other than Jordan? Because we know you would.
Right.
Of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course you want Jordan.
You know what's crazy? I would probably take one of the brands that is, you know, not as popular, just to show them my power and show them how much I can increase, you know, the popularity of their brand. So, you know, it's hard to say exactly which brand, but I would take one that nobody's really checking for right now and make it cool and make it right. So, you know.
Hey man, you know, you got brands that, you got Patrick Ewing's, you got,
right.
I've seen, just recently, I didn't know, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh,
He
wow.
had his own sneakers, a brand called Atika. I was like, what? See, I didn't know. I was in Vegas or whatever, and shout out to my people at Feature LV. They shot. I was like, what is this shoe? I was like, this is like Hakeem Olajuwon. You know, I had that old Houston Rockets color, white, yellow, red. And he brought the shoe out, he brought the box. I was like, Atika. I was like,
See, I wouldn't mind taking something like that.
You never know. And hey, Ludacris, Hakeem Olajuwon. Turn up.
Let's make it happen.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely.
And speaking of sports figures, I ain't done, man. You know, the most important ones I brought are on my damn feet, man. What you know about them Charles Barkley's, man? Come on, man.
Now the Barkley's is definitely one of the sneakers that, just in general, like, man, people, every region and every coast has its own style and love for just different sneakers. You know, you got people who love the foam posits in the DMV.
Yeah, I was gonna bring those.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say the same.
West Coast, they know for like the Chuck Taylors and Nike Cortez, you know, but the down south, well, a lot of people don't know, like, man.
Reebok, you know what I'm saying?
Reebok,
I want to bring in Stan Smith, Adidas.
Come on now, Shell Toes, all those are sneakers that in the south, man, we've been rocking hard, heavily.
Absolutely.
Middle school, high school, Barclays, all that, Bo Jackson's, Deion Sanders.
Polo shoes.
Come on, man. Polo skippers, like the South is just one of those places, man, where it's a big melting pot of a lot of culture and a lot of just good times, and people about being fly, man. They about their colors, they about matching, they about all that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
So we on the same page, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good to see a fellow, you know, sneakerhead, man. And I wish I could have brought more. I'd have brought my whole closet, and we could be talking about this all day. But I'm glad I was able to bring a couple, you know, of my favorite pairs, man.
Nah, definitely. I mean, one of these days, man, we're gonna come check in the vault or whatever, and show you what's going on. But in closing, man, the last thing I'd like to ask you, for you personally, man, what is, in general, what is something that you would like to see in the future when it comes to just the sneaker culture in general, as far as like kids focusing so hard on buying sneakers? Like, what is something that can make it a little, what is something you would like to see personally?
I mean, that's, you know, that's a general question, but off the top of my head, I would love to see the engineers and the people who are designing these shoes be even more creative with the technical aspects of the shoe. Kind of like this, the good example is about this Reebok pump. You haven't seen many shoes come out that, you know, are trying to help someone's, like if people are playing sports, whether it's tennis, you got the tennis shoe, basketball shoe, all these different shoes, you got cleats that come on, you know, certain baseball shoes or football shoes. I love seeing people advance further in terms of whatever someone is wearing the shoe for, how they can make it easier on that person's body, muscles, you know, endurance, things like that. I love seeing stuff like that. So if it was anything I would see is I can't wait to see what the future holds in terms of these shoe companies and the designers being able to come up with some cutting edge technology or things that help out the human body.
Nah, that's what's up, man. What you call it once again, brother. Yeah. We appreciate you, my main man, Ludacris, on Camp James. For all our watchers and subscribers. We really appreciate you, definitely. Yo, go support my man's music, my man's movies, my man's movements. Support us here at Camp James. Thank you. Be blessed. Amen.
They got one of the most unique tables I've seen in a long time. Listen to this show.